Hello and welcome to Kuma's Kitchen. And what do we got today? Well, we're coming towards the end of summer. This is a bacon and cheddar corn salad, and you can either eat it cold or hot. It's great both ways, and I'll show you how in the kitchen. So let's have a look. we're gonna actually have us cold here because it's the end of Osaka summer. Still a bit warm out. A cold salad tonight's gonna be nice. But look at that. There's bacon in there. There's corn in there, and we just touch up the corn a little bit, as you can see. There's cheddar cheese, red bell peppers, and a very simple dressing. And you get different flavor sensations. A very simple salad to make, but very delicious. Let's go in the kitchen and make it right now. Alright, to make this salad, I've kept the dressing ingredients quite simple because we don't want to overpower the good taste of the bacon and the cheese and the corn. So a simple dressing, which across the front here we've got a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 2 cloves of garlic crushed, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Then, for the ingredients itself, the salad itself, the main ingredients, what we've got here is 2 red bell peppers chopped, just about like that. That's a good size, just under 1/2 inch, a little over 1/4 inch, so under 12 millimeters, a little over 5 millimeters. Then, over here, I've got 6 ounces or 170 grams of cheddar cheese, and I've diced this up into about 1/4 inch little dices, 5 millimeters, so just about that size is good, just about the same size as the kernels of corn. And then here I've got 7 ounces or 200 grams of bacon, and I've sliced this across in about just a little over 1/4 inch, a little over 5 millimeters, 6 millimeters thereabouts. That's roughly, I could have gone a little thinner actually on these, but that's fine. All right, and then across the back here, I've got 2 cans of corn, kernel corn, rinsed and drained. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cook up that bacon. So I've got my frying pan here, going to get that up on medium to about a medium-high heat. And then in goes the bacon. I'm going to cook that bacon for about 8 to 10. It really depends actually on your bacon. About 8 to 10 minutes for my bacon. It just really depends. Japanese bacon doesn't crisp up as much as North American bacon. And again, it's different from European bacon, which I remember in European bacon, we always had that little we called it the eye. It wasn't really an eye, it was a piece of tendon that went through. Which we don't get in North American bacon or over here in Japanese bacon. But again, this bacon will take a little bit more to crisp. Now, I want to cook it until it's just starting to crisp, because at that point, we're going to add in the corn and give that corn just that little bit of a grilled flavor. All right, so see you back here shortly. All right, that bacon's starting to crisp, so what I'm going to do now, and really with a lot of this bacon here, I don't have to worry too much because there's not that much fat that comes out of it. But there's something there. So what I want to do is I want to pour the excess off into a little jar or something. I like to save this stuff. It's really great stuff to use. Just try not to make a mess of the counter. That beep, that was just, oh, my flame going out. This thing's got like a safety sensor on it. All right, so there we go. We did it without making too much of a mess. Now, one of the things about this, this stuff's great. I love bacon fat for cooking with. Adds a lot of flavor. One of the things my mother used to do, which I thought was really cool, just gonna wipe this up a bit, was that she used to take bacon fat when we colored our Easter eggs. After we colored our Easter eggs, she would rub them with a cloth with a bit of bacon fat, and it would polish the eggs up and give them a nice shine, and yet it was natural, you know, so it was great. It really was cool, and our eggs always smelled good. All right, so now what I want to do now is I want to add in the corn, and we're just gonna, oh, listen to that nice sizzle. We're gonna just cook up the corn just a little bit. I just want to give it that kind of grilled feel, you know, just kind of brown it up a little bit. So a couple of minutes, just until I've got a little bit of browning happening on the corn, and I guess I gotta get that. Oh, the flame's still going. Okay, good. All right, so while that's happening, stir that every once in a while. In the meantime, let's make up the dressing. So just add all the dressing ingredients. The olive oil goes in here, the vinegar, the oh, I don't have my little guy here for getting this out, but we'll get that out. The mustard. Oops. Yeah, messy. Okay, the mustard's in there. The garlic. Gee, I wonder why Reiko doesn't let me cook at home. Well, once you get olive oil on your fingers, that's it. Everything slips. All right. That's my excuse. All right. Okay. What I want to do now is just whisk this up a bit, and then that's going to be ready. Let's see. Let's give that a quick stir. It just sounds so good. Just that sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Now this is going to add flavor to the corn, because it's going to get a little bit of browning, which just kind of caramelizes it a little bit, and also, of course, the bacon flavor is going to get in there. So this is going to be fantastic. All right, so whisk this up until it emulsifies, and that's it. Might give that another whisk again afterwards, just before we add in the other here. All right, so I'm going to cook that for a couple of minutes, just stirring around a bit. So I see the corn kernels are starting to get a little bit of browning on them without throwing overboard. Get back in there. And then I'll see you back here in a couple of minutes. All right, well, it's been about 8 minutes, and a little bit of browning on some of the corn kernels. Just that light little bit of browning, that's all you need. Just a little flavor in there. Now what I want to do is give that a whisk again. Oh, something dropped over. A little tiny piece of bacon. All right. Now, just gonna put that straight into the dressing. Make sure we get every piece of that lovely bacon in there. All right. Then just mix it around. Just get that dressing throughout. All right, now I'm going to wait a little bit and let that cool down a bit before I add these ingredients, because otherwise, well, cheese and heat, nice, because you're going to get melted cheese. If you want to eat it hot, go for it. You know, in that case, like if this is a winter dish and you're going to eat this hot, which this can be eaten cold or hot, both are great. We're going to do cold today because, well, it's still a little bit summery here. But if you're going to eat it hot, well, then I'd say, hey, yeah, toss that in. Toss the cheese in and serve it up. What's going to happen is you're going to get slight melting of the cheddar cheese, which is absolutely fantastic. So either way is good. But today we're going to do it cold. So if you're going to make a cold salad, then let this sit and cool a little bit. It doesn't have to be cold, just not steaming hot. I'm going to come back and add these two ingredients in. All right, see you in a little while. All right, so that's cooled down to, well, just about room temperature, like Osaka summer room temperature. Good enough, it'll do. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in the red bell pepper. That'll cool things down a bit more too, because that red bell pepper is still cold. Stir that in. Yeah, it just adds wonderful color and that crisp crunch. I love that in a salad. You might notice I use these red bell peppers in quite a few of my salads. All right, now the cheese. So So in goes little cheddar chunks. And again, we're just going to mix until we've got them spread throughout the salad. And also, at the same time, they're getting coated with the dressing. Hello there. All right, that looks great. That is ready to go. So, like I say, I'm going to chill this because we're eating this cold. So cover this, throw it in the refrigerator. Going to be dinner tonight. However, you can also eat it hot, straight out of the pan. Just mix everything together. It's great both ways. So give it a try in both ways. All right, if you like this recipe, stick around and check out the channel because there's a lot more Kuma's Kitchen, Kevin Riley, all original recipes, stuff I put together all the time. And you can find them here on the channel. There's a couple of years worth, quite a few years worth actually now. Also make sure that if this is your first time here or if you have not yet done so, be sure to subscribe and do hit that notification bell because that's to make sure that you get a notification when a new recipe goes up and you don't miss out on any really cool Kuma's Kitchen recipes. All right, now go make this, eat it hot or cold, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.